Matt Gaetz is a member of Congress representing the state of Florida, and he believes it is that simple. He joins us tonight. Congressman, this principle could be applied to a bunch of different issues, but on the issue of firearms, why wouldn't the law contain a clause saying everybody is covered by this? Nobody is allowed to have his family protected with these weapons, period.
Why, you ask? Well, tradition mostly. Congress initially had exempted itself from insider trading laws. Now you got people in Congress who live behind walls but don't want the American people to have that same security. And even the firearms that are used by the people who protect members of Congress could be deemed unlawful under some of the bills introduced by Democrats. I think that there ought to be personal consequences for lawmakers who stand between the American people and their Second Amendment rights. And you know what? If military-style assault rifles shouldn't be anywhere on the streets, let the lawmakers who have personal security details be the first ones to step up to the line to offer their buyback, to offer their confiscation.
Amen. Because we're forever getting lectures. Well, you don't need this. Why would you need that weapon? You don't hunt with that. You don't need that to protect your family. Really? Okay, then you don't either. I mean, how dare, and I mean this sincerely, I almost never get mad. I am mad. How dare someone look into a screen and say, you don't need that weapon, but I do?
Because
where do they get off saying that?
Washington is a city surrounded on all sides by reality, and lawmakers in Washington too often believe that their unique vulnerabilities, their unique circumstances are subject to special treatment because, frankly, look, we've all got staffs who walk around and tell us how smart and funny and handsome we are. Yeah. It's ludicrous. I mean, the lifestyle around here, and frankly, if half of the members of Congress had to go hog hunting, they'd want an AR-15 to make sure they had a successful hunt.
Well, that's a really good point. So how hard would it be to draft a piece of legislation that just says that? You know, the gun control laws that you pass apply to you as well.
Well, look, I don't know that Nancy Pelosi would move such a bill, but you're giving me some good ideas for some amendments to put on the floor when we have these very bad gun control bills that the Democrats are moving. Fortunately, we got enough pro-Second Amendment folks in the Senate that these bad Democrat gun control bills are probably deader than a Joe Biden political rally by the time they hit the other side of the Capitol.
It would be nice to hear them explain. At least Bill de Blasio, and maybe because he's not a genius, was willing to just address it directly and say, you know, my life is more important than yours. And I kind of give him credit for being that honest. Would members of Congress be bold enough to defend the proposition that they get the weapons that I'm not allowed to protect my kids with?
Now, look, we just need to accept the notion that law-abiding gun owners do nothing to harm American security. Exactly. They make communities safer all around this great country. And frankly, it's just the zip codes inside Washington, D.C. and some of the other urban, like, hyper-liberal centers where they want to deprive the rest of Americans their rights that aren't causing harm to anyone.
That's nicely put. Very nicely put. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tucker.